How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be in a tank that I haven't played for a very long time, or pretty much at all since I've gotten it and unlocked it. It's going to be the Tier 10 British heavy tank, the FV215b, the rear-turreted heavy tank on the British line. So this thing is not nearly as armored as the other Tier 10 British heavy tanks. Oh, wow. Okay. It's got 7 degrees of gun depression, unlike the others, which have 10 degrees. The turret isn't nearly as armored. I'm just going to talk about the armor first and then go into the gun statistics, because it's really not that bad of a tank, but compared to the other Tier 10 heavy tanks, it does fall short, and let's get into why. Okay, so even using all of its gun depression, which is 7 degrees instead of the standard 10, which I just went over, your upper hull, flat on, is only about 300 millimeters thick, maybe 310 at the very tippy top. So people can premium spam through your upper plate while you're using all of your gun depression, no problem. Well, semi-reliably. It's not a good story. So if I load premium 326 APCR against your own tank, you got about a 50-50 chance, maybe a 45 or 40% chance if you shoot a little high, to go through your own tank. So 340 heat will have a little bit better of a chance, and that's not good for you because, well, it's just not good. It also has a mantlet quote-unquote weak spot. If you load premium ammunition, you need about 270 millimeters of penetration to go through it, but where the gun connects to the mantlet, flat on, if they turn their turret to look at another target, you can just pen anywhere in the turret, because as soon as they turn it, it just equalizes both sides of the turret. But yeah, right in the mantlet, to the left and the right of the gun, just flat on, you need about 270 millimeters of pen. So premium ammunition goes through this thing like butter, which is a sad story. But that's only if you can hit it. The rest of the mantlet is like 500 plus millimeters protected, so that's all good and dandy. So semi-reliably, you can bounce premium rounds on the front. That's pretty great. Unfortunately, this thing cannot be reliably used to side scrape, because if you use it to side scrape, there's a piece of the armor that is, well, it pretty much gets equalized every time you attempt a side scrape, and much like the other British heavy tanks, if a 155 millimeter in caliber gun is shooting at you, they can overmatch your side armor regardless of how much you angle, as long as it enters into the chassis, and thus will get you damaged. So keep that in mind, and they can also overmatch the roof of your turret, as it is the same amount of millimeters in protection, which is 50.8 millimeters in the roof of the turret. So keep that in mind when you're facing Tier 10 tank destroyers, and yeah, not great. And obviously people can overmatch your hatch with the auto ricochet part of the hatch with heat, so keep that in mind too when you're dealing with close engagements. Just weeble wobble, and that should give them a hard enough time to either miss or ricochet off something, off of something else. But yeah, the viewport in the front of the tank, just don't think about the commander's hatch. Think about the viewport in the front of the tank. It's only 255 millimeters to pen, or of protection to pen. So if you're shooting APCR, you'll hit it, and if you're using heat, it'll get absorbed, because for some reason it counts as spaced armor. So keep that in mind. But yeah, the turret in some places is only 300 millimeters thick, and in other places it's more than that. But it's got a few weak spots on the turret itself, even facing an opponent straight on. So just keep that in mind. It's not good. I could show you the armor model, but this thing's been in the game long enough for people to know what it's about, what it can do, and what it can't. And speaking of what it can do, let's look at its gun. Oh, hello, pop-up ad. Let's not. How about no? How about go fuck yourself? Oh, it just keeps reloading. Cool. Good on you, Tanks.gg. Well done. Okay, so UK. We want full list. Yeah, 10s, UK, FV. The gun. 120 millimeter, you know that already. 259 standard pen for its AP rounds. 326 APCR pen, and then 120 millimeters of pen for its high explosive HESH rounds, and 515 alpha instead of the standard 400. Dispersion is 0.32. Pretty fucking phenomenal. It says 0.33 and then 0.32. So, yeah, that's what it is. 410 view range. Gun depression is 7 degrees. We already went over that. Gun elevation is 15 degrees. Top speed of 34.3, same as the Super Conqueror and Chieftain, I do believe. Or just the Super Conqueror. Just the Super Conqueror. What else? That's pretty much all it has. Oh, and 20% fire chance for the engine. So every 1 in 5 shots that go into your engine will be an engine fire. This gun's great. It's accurate, it hits what I want it to, and it's just... it dicks on people constantly because of the DPM. I think it has the same DPM as the Super Conqueror or Chieftain. I could be wrong though. Let's take a look. Oh, a little bit more. Why do these fucking things keep popping up? Like, could you stop? How about an ad blocker? I'm gonna install an ad blocker. Whatever. But yeah, it's a good tank. Just don't expect it to outshine its predecessors, or whatever the other term for the opposite term for predecessors is, because it won't. They will load premium and they will shit on your dreams, and if they don't hit any of the weak spots that I just laid out for you, then, well, punish them for it with your awesome DPM. But other than that, this thing is, despite the magnificent game you're seeing unfold before your very eyes, I think it's very subpar. I never felt threatened by one, just because of all of its weaknesses, but I don't know. I'm sure in the right hands, it is a great tank, and yeah, I can play it, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't like to play it because it's a rear-mounted turret, and tanks like the Object 430 version 2 have given me a bad rep for other tanks. Like, how did that one bounce? Thanks, RNG. That's not the tank's fault. That's RNG. But, like, right into the fucking lower plate, and it's like, nope, sorry, we're not gonna let that one go in. So I now have, what is it? Let's just say 9,100. No, 9,200 damage combined. Wow. Good fucking game for this tank. Definitely above average there. But yeah, if I were to give this tank a grade out of 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I'd probably give it not a 6, like a 7. Super Conqueror would be 9, other than the speed, and I don't think there's a single tank in the game that's a 10. But I could be wrong. But yeah, 9,200 damage combined, pretty fucking funny. And I don't even think I had a full 100% trained crew on this thing during this game. So, that's pretty funny. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope my commentary wasn't too AIDSy, and you get the gist of the tanks and what it's capable of and all that. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.